Okay, people think I'm a self-made man because I'm a recovering addict and a pastor, but I get a lot of help from my support network. So by the end of this video, you're going to see how I am a community-made person. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a self-made person, but you should know who coined the phrase self-made man. A guy named John Bulwer, an aristocrat born into a wealthy family. Obviously, he got a lot of help entering into the history books. Now, many assume that Benjamin Franklin was the first self-made man. Albeit true, he wasn't raised in wealth. You should know that his father owned a business and he learned to read at a time when not everyone else was literate. Also, before Benjamin Franklin became an abolitionist, he owned 7 slaves. So he forced plenty of people to labor for his own success at one point. In contrast, someone who had almost no help in rising to prominence was Harriet Tubman. Born a slave, she was illiterate her entire life, and she relied on intuition and ancestral knowledge of celestial navigation to guide slaves to freedom. However, Tubman could not have achieved her heroism without a community of individuals that maintained the network of the Underground Railroad. This does suggest the difficulty of conceptualizing a completely self-made individual. Unfortunately, today, the concept of the self-made man is sold as a divisive product. Now, you've probably seen these tools on social media, selling their wares, calling you lazy, making you insecure about your bank account, all in an attempt to sell you a course. If you're Christian, you might have been suggested a video or a book by one of these people that claim that Jesus is the surefire road to wealth and prosperity. Now, if you agree or disagree with me, comment with your opinion below and I will likely respond. As far as I'm concerned, as a Christian and a pastor, the prosperity gospel has not been my faith experience. The goal of the churches that I'm associated with is to build community through Jesus Christ. In addition, fundamentalism has always been a part of the recovery community. However, myself and the people in recovery that I surround myself with rely on 12-step groups, the support found at meetings, and we all consider 12-step literature as collective knowledge, not a sacred text that shouldn't be questioned or reinterpreted. Overall, I identify with the community-made aspects of the following people, and the disciples are not on this list, but they should be. First of all, we got Bill W., the founder of Alcoholics Anonymous and failed 1920s finance bro. He is definitely community-made in my books. Or Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani-born education activist, writer, Nobel laureate, and survivor of a 2012 targeted shooting. She is brilliant in her own right, a genius, but I still see her as community-made. Now, next on the list, I have personally interviewed numerous community-made people in the last year, and instead of me giving you their names, you should probably listen to my 6-part documentary podcast, Our Stigma. Get it wherever you find your podcasts, including here on YouTube, because people of all walks of life share their experiences confronting stigma, and you'll learn about the communities that help them along the way.